Story first, style always. It's Wilkie, and I'm bringing you episode 35 to Black Myth Wukong. Last time we left off, we just started the next chapter. I know we gotta come back and read some shit, so I'll probably do that shit as quick as possible. And then, but yeah, we're in a new area, so. And I'm not even gonna lie, I seen some shit pop up one day. I was just on my phone on TikTok or some shit, and literally some shit about Wukong popped up, and I think it was a part of the last chapter. I'm not gonna reveal anything, but I fucking know. I fucking know. Hold on, let me adjust this shit, fuck. Which actually, I'm finna put y'all over here. Hey. Too many of such overs on me. Alright. What up, Baji? What the fuck is this loud ass crashing noise? Oh, that's right. We got this fucking fan. It stirs up like a tornado or some shit. Fuck yeah. Oh my god. Hold on. 90 out of 90? We already completed this? I think these are the last ones too. So alright. Start off with Eagle Soldier. Immortals, all shrouded in haze. Trials they must pass through life's winding maze. How many find wisdom, break free from the chain, escaping the cycles of suffering and pain? 3 men died on the same day, and their souls met in the underworld. Kneeling before the judge, the judge pointed to one soul and said, "In life you were a thief, robbing and injuring others, bullying the innocent. Now I sentence you to the mountain of knives to atone for your sins." The man wailed, "My kins burnt gold and silver paper ingots for me, and they could fill 10 storerooms. If you show mercy, all that wealth is yours." The judge remained unmoved, flicked his sleeve, and had the underworld soldiers take him away. The judge then pointed to the second soul and said, "You shall be reborn as a human." The soul protested, "I diligently practiced Buddhism, did many good deeds, and never harmed any living being. Why must I endure the suffering of reincarnation?" The judge replied, "A human may see 100 springs, but the grass knows only one. Being reborn as a human is already a privilege. Do you wish to be reborn as a beast?" The soul was displeased and said, "Life as a human is arduous. I practice Buddhism, and it should grant me escape." The judge snorted coldly. "Today, Bodhisattva Ksiti-Garba is not here. Whether you escape or not is up to you." He flicked his sleeve, and the underworld soldiers took him away. Arduous means involving or requiring strenuous effort, difficult and tiring. Alright. Finally, the judge pointed. Damn, I felt like I felt like I was loud right there. Oh my god. Alright. Finally, the judge pointed to the last soul and said, "In life you stole mind cores and made pills which harmed lives. Now I sentence you to the pool of blood to cleanse your sins before you can reincarnate." Just as he was about to have the underworld soldiers take him away, a celestial captain in golden armor flashed into the hall, threw a military order on the table, and said, "He has attained profound enlightenment. This is a summons from the celestial court. The admiral has sent me to escort him to become a celestial soldier." Hearing this, the soul was overjoyed and quickly followed the celestial general out. The hound soldier Bright helm with shining armor paired, golden spear with carvings flared, with the universe's mystic power grand, all is cleansed in the sacred land. The story continues with the soul that escaped the underworld, now ascending to the upper realm, filled with excitement. He followed the celestial captain through alleys and corridors, eventually arriving at the armory. The captain said, "These are the Chubai armors, unmatched in the mortal world." He then selected a set and handed it to the soul. They proceeded to side hall. They proceeded to the side hall, but instead of entering the main hall, they went to a side chamber where a minor official handed them a contract, instructing the soul to sign and seal it. The minor official indifferently warned, "By signing this contract, you agree to serve in the celestial court forever, with no chance of reincarnation." Excuse me. The soul, glancing around at the grandeur of the palace and the elegance of the celestial beings, signed and sealed the contract immediately. The celestial captain then led the soul to the Tushita Palace. Again, they did not enter the main hall, but turned through a corridor to a massive tower at the back. Thick black smoke billowed from the top, and many soldiers were waiting outside, holding armor ready to enter. As the soul stepped inside, he felt the scorching heat. Numerous furnaces blazed with fierce flames, and a giant cauldron hung above, melting copper and iron. A Taoist boy with a fan approached, smiling. "Celestial soldier, heed my plea. Your flesh is gone, your soul must be. Bound to armor, fierce and bold. In battles fought, be brave yet hold. For if you falter, heed this call, your very soul shall perish fall." With that, the boy pushed the soul into a mold, arranging the armor pieces. Still bewildered, the soul saw the giant cauldron tilt above him, pouring boiling molten metal. His piercing screams echoed through the tower. It sounded like it was all bad. Jackal soldier. The mighty general, like thunderclouds, descends with lightning to the mortal crowds. In battles fierce, both sides contend. Life was hard and hardships transcend. The newly forged soul, having barely accustomed to his armors yet, heard that the Jade Emperor, in his fury, had dispatched 100,000 celestial soldiers to descend and subdue Yaoguais. Fearing that he was not yet skilled with his weapon, the celestial captain gave him an iron bow and instructed him to stay at the rear and shoot arrows. Descending to the mortal realm with the others, he saw banners flying and weapons gleaming. 18 celestial nets covered the mountains, and it seemed all celestial beings, be their constellation officers or admiral, had come to surround the area tight. The battle raged with relentless fury, sand and stones whirling through the air. The sky and earth darkened as dust and debris filled the universe. The newly recruited celestial soldier had barely fought when a powerful force stunned him. When he awoke, he found himself in front of a tower behind the Tushita Palace corridor. Two Taoist boys were carrying him inside. A Taoist boy greeted him with a smile. "Luckily, your armor isn't ruined, or you couldn't be healed." As he spoke, the boy pushed him into a mold, arranged the armor pieces, and poured boiling metal over him again. Emerging from the quenching pool, a lightning flash sent him back to the battlefield. Dazed and still in pain, the new soldier stood on the battlefield, unsure of which celestial deity had struck him again with a golden wave, and he found himself once more in front of the Tushita Palace Tower. After that, he was burned, drowned, and shocked, but each time his armor remained whole. Hence, he was reforged and sent back to the battlefield again. Damn. Unbearable, he grabbed a weapon from the ground, finally resolving that he could not suffer alone. Rebelling against the celestial court seemed the only way out. Alright, captain of the court. He got an Oni mask on. Immortal rights bestow eternal life. A body forged in steel, free from strife. Though sorrow lingers, pain remains. In cycles of rebirth, truth regains. Continuing from the previous story, the soul had been a celestial soldier for 1,000 years and had risen through the ranks to become a captain of the court. Despite his promotion, he felt lost and uncertain. In life, he had not attained enlightenment, and as a celestial soldier, the highest rank he could achieve was that of a captain. Many former celestial captains, in an attempt to change their fate, had fled to the mortal realm, only to be hunted down and killed, their souls dissipating with no chance of reincarnation. This time, upon hearing a upheaval at Mount Huaguo, the celestial court dispatched celestial soldiers to the mortal realm. Missing one head count, the celestial captain received orders to select a soul from the underworld. He approached the judge and saw 3 kneeling souls. He chose the one who had practiced Taoism and brought him out of the underworld. The soul, seeing the celestial captain's gleaming armor, the cold edge of his blade, and the intricately carved shield of solid iron, was excited. The celestial captain paused and asked something he wasn't supposed to. If you come with me today, you will have no chance of reincarnation. As a deity, the highest rank you can achieve is my position. Are you still willing to go? Alright. The soul replied, yes, I am willing. I don't know if there will be any other opportunities in reincarnation. I might go through countless cycles of rebirth only to suffer even more. Knowing that the soul would not change his mind, the celestial captain had to take him to the upper realm. Alright, if his is the only position that is at the highest, he's just going to go for your position. I low-key just took the fucking long route. Could have went that way. That's right. Fang's bared eyes like twin lanterns bright. In battle's clash he finds delight. Agile and brave with skill so fine, yet lost in wandering his fate's decline. The raging flames had reached the Golden Hall, and the sounds of battle outside were deafening, though they were muffled within. The king, gravely wounded, sat amidst the wreckage, holding a recently deceased young boy in his arms. A figure stood behind the curtain, sighing, "Such devastation. Don't you see? It's all because of you." The king remained silent. Whether the Yaksha royal lineage continues or ends depends entirely on your decision today. The king couldn't help but glance around the Golden Hall, still able to see traces of its former glory. They say Yakshas are the most resolute, yet you, as their king, are hesitant and indecisive. The king gently stroked his son's face, the body still warm. He wished so dearly that the boy could see his vast and beautiful homeland he'd never been to. If you have even a shred of lingered desire, Why not try my method? The unattainable wish in your heart, I will take care of it for you. As a king, was he not even allowed to die on the battlefield? The king closed his eyes. Finally, he opened them and said slowly, "Since there is no salvation, I will leave me and my son at your disposal." Splendid. It's not too late to understand it now. The figure clad in a white-clad Taoist emerged from behind. The Taoist approached the Yaksha king, bowed, then sat cross-legged on the ground. He extended his hands above the boy's head and began to chant softly. Before long, a small blood-red lotus flower emerged slowly from the boy's forehead, crystal clear and vibrant. The Taoist carefully plucked the lotus and placed it into a bowl he carried. The Yaksha king fixed his unblinking gaze intently at the lotus. The figure said, "The red lotus is the essence of your son's soul. To ensure it does not dissipate before successful reincarnation, we will need your life and the water from the river of childbearing." The Yaksha king raised his arm, taking one last look at the blood lotus. "I will do it myself." Alright. Yo, hold on. So, Ping Ping. Born to a fate of trials and woes, who pities the ebb and flow of those, better to live in nature's embrace, freely to wander, freely to repose. After delivering her homework to her mother, Ping Ping went to the height of Ember. Her brother had asked her to meet him there, saying he had something important to discuss. When she arrived, she saw Red Boy standing with his hands on his hips, directing quick as fire and fast as wind to burn the Bulgwais to flee as his way of training them. Amused at the scene, he laughed loudly and boisterously. "Brother," Ping Ping called softly. Ever since Red Boy returned from Guayan's tutelage, she felt he had changed. Every time she spoke to him, a subtle fear tugged at her heart. Upon seeing her arrival, Red Boy waved to halt the training and turned to her. "Ping Ping, let's engage in a game," he proposed. "You will run and I shall chase you. Let us see if I can catch you before an incense stick burns out." In the past, Ping Ping would transform into a little fox, leaping through rocks and crevices, always having the upper hand. Yet this time, Red Boy shattered her hiding rocks with a single spear thrust, scorched her standing deadwood with a breath of fire, and flew over the cliffs she jumped across as a red cloud. In less than half the time it takes for an incense stick to burn, Red Boy effortlessly caught her inside. Mother's teachings are too gentle. Seeing his sister's gloomy face, Red Boy took her to rest by the cliff in the Furnace Valley. To cheer her up, he twirled his fire point for her entertainment. Seeing his little sister clapping and cheering, Red Boy asked, "How do you think my skills compare to father's?" Ping Ping couldn't answer. She had never dared to make such a comparison. She took out the fire dates her mother had rewarded her and shared them with Red Boy, changing the subject to talk about anecdotes in the mountains. Saying this, Red Boy didn't press further and responded perfunctorily. I gotta look. Perfunctorily. Of an action or gesture carried out with the minimum effort or reflection. Ping Ping cautiously said, "Brother, you and I have always been the closest. If you have something on your mind, you can tell me. It's not easy for our family to be reunited. I just want to live peacefully in these mountains, away from worldly strife." Gazing at the burning clouds, Red Boy said, "Sister, you should see more of the outside world. There's no such thing as living away from worldly strife. It's just self-deception of losers." Ping Ping wanted to ask him who he was competing with and why he had to compete, but before she could speak, she felt a blow to the back of her neck and fainted. Knocked her shit fucking out. Rakshasi. So this is the mom. From dawn to dusk, toil's bitter. Excuse me. From dawn to dusk, toil's bitter strain. Day and night, home's burdens remain. Destiny shows no mercy. Merciful she became. Why is her household light the hardest to sustain? Mount Lingshan, Vulture Peak before the Thunderclap Temple. Rakshasi clasped her intertwined hands tightly, steadying her trembling body, striving to appear calm and serene. She had traveled to many places on this journey, domains of the Yaoguai kings she befriended in the mortal realm, abodes of the gods she met in the celestial realm, the immortal islands on the sea, and even the underworld. She had visited them all. She also went to the Tushita Palace to seek advice from her master, yet the latter had only offered a heartfelt persuasion. "I ordered you to raise a child, but I did not ask you to be a true mother. Let the boy stir his trouble. As long as you and your husband stay out of it, you will be safe." Her master's words left her in despair. She knew that no protection would the flaming mountains receive. This was their destiny ordained. But she knew her son all too well, reckless and wild, vengeful and unforgiving. After all the suffering he had endured over the years, unless he could vent his anger, the only way to resolve the siege of flaming mountains would be to break his spine. Thus she came here, for revenge. How to exact it, she had no idea. Her mind a blank void. "Lady Rakshasi, the master summons you inside." Ananda stood at the temple door, his voice as gentle as ever. I didn't say that shit gently at all. She straightened her back, gripping the plantain fan tightly in her hand, and hoarsely replied, "Thank you, Venerable." As she walked into the hall, flanked by the 8 great Vajras and 500 Arhats, she seemed to hear faint laughter, but all she saw in her peripheral vision were solemn and dignified figures. Reaching the base of the lotus throne, she knelt with her head Apparently I can't fucking read. I'm just kidding. Anyway, reaching the base of the lotus throne, she knelt with her head held high, clutching the fan tightly. "Rakshasi, what brings you here to seek an audience with me?" She remained silent, gripping the fan with all her might, ready to unleash its divine mind at any moment. The hall was deathly quiet. All eyes were on her. She could feel the Vajras glaring with their angry eyes, the Arhats staring with their wrathful gazes, and all the divine figures transforming into fierce visages. She lowered her head. I greet you on behalf of my master." A booming laughter echoed, deafening. Within that laughter, she heard the cries of an infant, the innocent giggles of a child, the roars of an adolescent, and the cycle of blooming and withering flowers, the growth of grass and the flight of orioles over millennial. I don't know what an oriole is. She heard the embers extinguishing in the flaming mountains. Orioles. Alright, so this is an oriole, a bright colored bird. An oriole is a type of bright colored bird often characterized by their striking yellow and black plumage. There are 33 different species of oriole. Am I saying this right? Or is it like Oriolis? Or Oriolis? Or I think I'm saying it right. Alright, anyway. Now, onto the Bull King. Renowned as the mighty king, his life was far from plain. His spirit spanned 3 realms, his fame touched 4 domains. Among the Guais, a hero grand, wild and untamed. The sudden arrival of Dharma left his homeland forever changed. With Shadow as his companion, true enlightenment within him lay. In days of yore, the Bull King converted to Buddhism and, within a century, completed his practice and returned to the Flaming Mountains. Overjoyed, Rakshasi and Ping Ping loudly celebrated his return and hosted a grand banquet in his honor. During the banquet, the keeper of the Flaming Mountains asked, "My king, why did you return so hastily?" The Bull King replied, "An old friend with whom I had some misunderstandings in the past helped me achieve a great merit." The Bodhisattva then pleaded with the Buddha on my behalf, granting me the grace to return. From now on, I will stay in the mountain and go nowhere else. From that day on, the Bull King's temperament changed drastically. His former wild and unrestrained nature was no longer seen. He declined all invitations, ceased his travels, and instead stayed in Flaming Mountains, helping Rakshasi with household affairs and training the bull's soldiers, living a very peaceful life. Several decades later, Red Boy received instructions from the Bodhisattva and returned to Flaming Mountains to serve his parents. The family of 4 enjoyed a period of peace. However, Rakshasi gradually noticed something unusual about the Bull King. He became increasingly thin, his face showing signs of aging, and he ate less, as if weighed down by heavy worries. More strangely, the Bull King sometimes transformed into his original form, retreating to the mountain peaks, retching. The Fury Celestial Maidens serving Rakshasi said the king might be suffering from a rare bovine illness. The Fox Maidens serving Ping Ping said the king, aware of his past sins, might have learned an ascetic practice in Mount Lingshan and is now undergoing it. The keeper of Flaming Mountain said the king's mind is trapped in the past, intertwines with his old friend, unable to break free. Those past events have become an invisible shackles from which he never escaped. Damn. Yeah, there's still so many characters. Am I only going to be able to find them once we're done, or was I supposed to find them along the way? Alright. Damn. That shit was loud as fuck for me. Alright. After 30 fucking minutes just reading all those.
Bad luck. It's a dead end. You nasty slanderer! I let you be, and now you have the gall to show up! If you come at me now, this day will be your last!
Bro's got a Hand for a head. Supreme Inspector. Like, how do you see?
Wings as hard as steel, and you'll strike only when he spreads them.
Yeah, I probably should have, like, rested up. How about I say, I haven't played this shit in like weeks, low key. Oh my god. There we go. Of course. I'm dead. My question is, why is Baji always running away? Like, he always leaving me, like, alone. He just says, fuck it, I'm gonna let you do the work. Hey, yo, what the fuck is that? Hey, that's pretty fucking dope, though. It's pretty fucking dope that you doing that, my guy. No. Okay, that was quick. Alright. You done? Not good. Do I got anything in my inventory that will help us? Okay, may I be able to do this? I'm dead. Gosh damn it. I'm not dead, but bro, bro got me trapped. What the fuck is this? Hold on. Oh, that's not a good idea, Lucky. I need to get out of this. Where's the other guy that's supposed to be with me? You're supposed to shoot shit. I'm dead. I mean, this time I'll be able to jump his ass using my clones. This monkey has forged my decree, deceiving my esteemed courtiers. Send an inspector immediately to track him down. I wonder if there's anything I can buy. Or craft. This significantly increases attack when health is low, but it takes down my defense by 47. But this shit gets taken up. I don't have the sweeping gale or churning gale. Hold on, if I get this fourth one, it'll had unleashed the rage in us. I'm gonna do it just to complete it. Oh, but no, cause that takes down our resistance so fucking much. Hold on. Wait, that says minus 30 down there. But I only have 3 anyway. Oh, that takes it to negative. Ew. What is that for? Details. Damage reduction. We'll go as this. Alright, let's do it. I didn't hit him. Oh my god. Bring that shit. Oh, he grabbed me. He was supposed to grab me. We're supposed to be in this right now. We got more help than we did last time. I'll go ahead his ass line. Oh. Eat this shit. Alright, yeah, he dead. He dead. We won this. Your ass is mine! Death! Yeah, bitch, what up? Crack this shit. Is that the flying nimbus?
Fortune's gift it is. It's Wukong's somersault cloud.
I figured it was called something else.
You, but this savvy one's already on it. It must have been hidden here amongst the mist until it sensed the relics on you. Thanks to them, it recalled its master and saved your skin. Now that it answers to your call, why not make good use of it?
Fuck yeah, I will.
Your mortal body is too heavy for me in my wind form. All these henchmen of the court, what draws them to this mountain? Let's find out!
Mount Huaguo. Somersault cloud. One somersault covers 100,000 miles. So, down on the D-pad, summons ascension powder. Gold thread. Summon somersault cloud. Sensing the aura of the Grey Sage, the somersault cloud is now willing to heed the call of the Destined One. However, despite its ability for extensive travel, it can only be used within the territory of Mount Huaguo. We'll read the Supreme Celestial Inspector for next time. But for the rest of this video, we're just gonna focus on the main mission. I knew there was a reason why I went here. I gotta go to my inventory. 8 mine cores. You know, we gotta go do. Bad motherfuckers.
Mine eyes doth see the Tao from the confines of my abode.
What you got in the store? Upon grant. Oh, we got another one. We got 3 of them. Fuck yeah. I don't know what this is. Upon using, instantly resets cooldown for all spells.
You'd better follow a prescription, brave one.
For a short duration after use, all actions cost no mana. I like
A
that.
formula from Toshita. Impeccable.
What you got for me, dude? Nice.
Seek from within to ascend. Seek. Thou shalt have filled. Many are bent on seeking shortcuts. Hence pilgrim.
Oh, we gotta go harvest that shit right there.
Cheers! Cheers!
I already know you got some shit. The last sip from the gourd significantly increases attack for a short duration. Long bomb. Each sip recovers 30% of maximum health, considerably increases damage executed by the next attack. 1, 2. How many soaks do we get with it? Each sip recovers 60% maximum health, but for a brief moment, inebriation impairs movement. Ew. Using the gourd removes all 4 Bane's states. What's that mean? I'm finna get it just so I can see what it is, but...
Fancy doing it. He thinks it.
What do I need for this? 1 awakening worm? Where do I get that at? 1 awakening worm.
Next time, down a few mouthfuls in one go. Self-refinement is the way to make. No shame in taking pills. More under there than the innate skills. No hobby.
What is this? What is this thing? Maybe this dude has these rice cocoons.
With no one else around, only
Nope.
leaving so soon.
Dog, you've been working on that blade this whole fucking time. And then you say it's blunt and it's not your style.
What rags and tatters?
What you got in here? Nothing I
No one
need.
here at my door.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if you can craft anything cool.
What's fair to the art? May prove foul to have.
We can upgrade shit though. We're gonna go with this.
Now you seem a proper sort.
Alright, let's go back here and then ride the cloud. Ride it out. Search for one more dude to fight or some shit. And then I'm gonna call it. Yo, this is dope. Yeah, I fuck with this. Search this area before we head out. What is that I hear? What the fuck is that big ass thing over there? I mean, I guess we get to choose who we fight. I guess he chose he wants to fight us. About to clutch his shit. I guess I didn't do it right. Yo, bro is gone. What the fuck? Yo, where did he go? Let's go search this area. Alright, there's a fucking incense here. Yo, is that a... Those are like hippos. These are all hippos out here, dog. Trying to see if there's like any giant motherfuckers besides that big ass cricket. There's something here. There you are. Alright. Clutch. And then when it says I gotta hold that shit. No, you better grab on. Oh! Where am I taking you to? So why is it like burning him and then it's like burning me more? What happened? I had to be willing to die for that shit, huh?
Splendid! With these silly strands, you're all the more like Wukong. Just don't prance around with your might as he did. That monkey's got a stash of treasures. I'll scout around some more.
Take off. Type shit. Golden Feng-Tailed crown. Splendid, splendid. Also, we didn't even have to really fucking beat him up. Don't tell me this is a chief. It's not. Oh, they're fighting his ass. That's my kill. Fuck y'all. That's a Yaguai Chief. They're low-key weak though. Alright, let's go. Maybe find another incense and then end this. There's not one around here. There's gotta be an incense around here. Yo, this shit's fucking huge. Oh, this is the one area. Oh no. Oh no. The vote we just roll upon. It's big ass. Bro, just want the smoke. Cloud treading deer. Bro, just changed the weather on us. Oh. Wow, alright. I felt like this was a slow and boring ass episode. And after searching for minutes and minutes, found a deer which killed us, and then we find the incense, which is right here. But yeah, we'll end it here. So, with that said, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, you hit the subscribe button, and you hit the notifications bell so you know when I'm posting. Leave a comment down below. Story first, style always. It's Wilkie, and I'm out. Peace.